What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. You are watching Flake Garage, and today we are going to be adding a back bumper to my Mazda B2000. I know a lot of y'all are going to hate this mod. I know I asked on Instagram if I should do it, and about 99% of y'all said no, but because it's my truck and I do what I want, I am going to add it too today. So with that said, the bumper that I'm adding on here, I actually stole it from a Mazda B2200. It's a great bumper. It's in great shape. OEM, has all the plastics on it, which are awesome. I'm kind of considering getting rid of my Mazda B2200. Please don't comment and ask me how much or where and everything. I'm not sure yet. I'm considering it. But if I end up deciding to do that, the back bumper is definitely something I want to keep because, again, it's in great shape. And I'll show you guys here in a minute, just so you can see. I'm not going to be able to come across another bumper like this. And if I do, it's going to be kind of expensive or just, like I said, hard to find. So this is a part I definitely want to keep, even if I do end up getting rid of the truck. And because I've been running my truck without a bumper now for years at this point, I think it's time to switch it up a little bit and add a bumper to it. I also have a couple other reasons, a couple other plans, which is why I'm adding this bumper on, and I'll get to those in a minute so you guys can see. But yeah, let's jump right into the bumper here so I can show you what's going on. So first things first, I just want to show you how the truck is right now. There is absolutely no bumper, and this looks super clean. I dig the look of it. So I've been running like this for a while. Again, no bumper at all. I had my plastic end caps here, or rubber caps, whatever you want to call them. I took them off. They're not for sale. Please don't ask me about them. They're actually not even in the best shape, but I'm definitely keeping them because I want to add them or put them back whenever I get rid of the bumper. But as you can tell, everything looks good. That's another thing I need to get rid of. It's going to be my Surikawa, I think it's called. I don't remember right now, but this is basically a Japanese handle, and I'm going to have to get rid of that one as well. But yeah, everything looks great. No complaints with this. I just want to switch it up. So if we move on to the actual bumper, here is the bumper. I already stole it to the truck. It's cold outside. I don't want to be outside, otherwise I will show you. But yeah, great shape. It needs a little bit of paint, if anything. I mean, obviously it's old. It's been weathered. And I think it's going to fit great with the truck anyways, because it's not like I have perfect paint or anything like that. I mean, I got tons of scratches and everything, so it's not a big deal. But this is perfect shape. I mean, look at this. These are the plastic caps I'm talking about. We have Mazda right on it. Perfect. There's no real major damage to them at all. The bumper itself can tow 2,000 pounds, a trailer up to 2,000 pounds. And that's one of the plans I have. I want to work on my trailer a little bit more, which I haven't really done a lot of details on this. And I promise I will. I'm going to make a video on this trailer. But this is one of the plans that I kind of have. I want to be able to tow it with the red truck. And adding this bumper in place is going to allow me to do that. And here we can see on the other side, again, Mazda, very slight plastic damage there, but everything is great. So very happy with this. Again, I'm going to keep this part regardless of what happens to my other truck. Definitely keeping this bumper. So because I want to kind of work on this trailer and everything, it's time to add this bumper into the red truck. And to do that, well, first, to take it off is super easy. 2 bolts on each side, 2 bolts on the other side, 17 millimeter. Get yourself a power tool if you have it. If not, get yourself a breaker bar or a wrench or something and a 17 millimeter socket. Get them off, super easy. And to put them on, I think what we're gonna do is I am gonna have to take the kind of bars that go on the frame off first, put those on the truck, and then come in and put the actual bumper in place. Just because, especially me doing it by myself, trying to do this by myself and everything, I'm not going to be able to, gotta hold the bumper up, put the bolts in there. It's going to be a hassle. So we are going to get right into taking those bars off of it. All right, so we got this unhooked. We have our 2 bars that need to go into the frame of the truck. And make sure you know which side is which. It's going to make your life easier for sure. If you need to take this off, they're going to be 19 millimeter socket for the nuts and the bolts on it versus the 17 millimeter that you need for the actual frame bolts. So keep that in mind. Outside of that, the bumper looks good, a little bit dirty in here. Definitely going to clean that up before we put it onto the truck. But now we are ready to kind of start mounting this on the frame of the truck. So I'm going to crawl in there and show you where the bolts are, where you're going to put the bolts in there. And then we are, just gonna put it on and start messing with it. You can see we have a couple different holes in here. That's kind of a little bit just of adjustment. If you need to basically tilt it higher up or tilt it down. I know when this bumper was on my Mazda B2200, it was kind of tilted up because they have a hitch on the truck. So the hitch was kind of coming down. This needed to be a little bit higher. And then if you're lower like me, you might have to also tilt this a little bit lower so you're not hitting your frame or anything like that. So keep that in mind. But yeah, let's crawl underneath there and I'll show you where you put this on, just in case you want to do it. All right, guys, so we are looking now underneath the truck. As you can tell, we are right by the exhaust. This exhaust should be better, honestly. This is pretty crappy looking, but anyways, we are looking out of the frame. We are looking for this 2 holes up here, 1 and 2. That's where our 17mm bolts are gonna go. That's where the frame connects to the bumper. So we gotta attach our bars into this. Now, also, fun fact, if you get a lower leaf spring, you might see this. This looks definitely not the way it's supposed to be. And what happens is when you get a lower leaf spring, that kind of pushes it out. It's not like the right size. This is the problem with the Beltec ones. So they kind of get pushed out. You get this like this. And you can fix this with a little adapter. And I'll write in the description once I ask my buddy Grant which one it was that he got it from. But there is a little adapter thing that you can do this to kind of get a more natural position for the leaf spring. But if you don't get that, then it's gonna look like this. Just fun fact. So just a quick note here, because I've been running without a bumper or any bolts in here basically. It's been giving me some issues trying to put the bolt in there. It's just a little rusty and whatnot in there. So I just hit it with some PB Blaster. We're gonna try to run the bolts first and make sure they go in and out nicely. And then I'm gonna add the bar and bolt, anything like that. And also you won't have this cable unless you did the lights like I have, my LED lights. That's what this cable is. So if you don't have this cable, don't worry. You most likely, unless you did it the exact way I did it, you're not gonna have this cable running through here. So anyways, waiting for the PB Blaster to penetrate a little bit in there, and then I'm gonna add the bolts. So after running the bolts in and out, basically with just some PB Blaster on there, we are good to go. Everything went smooth, and now we can slap this baby because it ain't going anywhere. So we are coming out here. You can see bars sticking out. We are good to go here on the driver's side. Now we just need to do it on the passenger side. I need to remove this Surikawa out of there, and then we'll add this one on this side. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can finally mount our bumper in place. I'm actually excited. I think it's gonna look good. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The bumper is on, and honestly, I still kind of dig it. I think it looks good. I know y'all gonna hate it probably, and you can let me know in the comments, but honestly, I do dig how it looks. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. I don't have a ton of space in here in the garage right now, but you know, I think it flows with the truck. If we had a chrome one, kind of like Mazda Mitch has on his, that would be the icing on the cake. I think his bumper, he did a great job with his. It's not even an original Mazda one, but he did a great job with that one. Chrome one like that would look great in here, but right now, I'm actually pretty happy with how this looks. It works great. I did 1 inch gap all around, so we have about a finger gap. Maybe it's probably not even an inch. Actually, 1 finger gap all around the bumper, and it worked out great. It's all around here. It's all around that side over there. So it's working out great. It looks good. It doesn't stick out too low. And I think it's gonna let me do what I need to do, which is eventually, hopefully just tow that little trailer that's back there once we get a little bit better looking and everything. I think it's gonna look good. Obviously I'm missing a hitch ball there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I did hit it with a couple of Ooga-Doogas in there just to make sure it's not going anywhere. We slapped it. This baby is not going anywhere from here. Also, in a quick note, in case you were curious about how I had my Surikawa in there hooked up, I had made this little contraption here where it basically, I just made a hole. I don't know why I keep losing focus in here. I made a hole on the side and had this, and that's how I held it in place. I do want to add this back on the truck, so I'm gonna have to figure something out, some way to add it with the bumper now in place, or maybe leave it like that until I take it off. I don't know. We'll see what we do with this. So there you have it. What did you guys think about the bumper and the truck? Again, I think it looks good. I'm all about switching it up every once in a while, so I'm gonna rock the bumper like that for a little while, and then once I get tired of it, I can always just take it off. You saw, super easy, a couple bolts. And like I said, to take it off is even easier because you literally just remove those 4 17mm bolts and you can take the whole thing out. The way I put it on, it was just a little more tedious just because I was by myself. And again, I didn't want to have to try to hold the whole bumper as I try to also put it in the place where it needs to go. So it worked out great. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments and hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.